Hello viewers, today we are going to talk about compact discs as another example of storage devices, and your presenter is Sister Teddy. Compact discs. Compact discs are flat, round, portable storage medium that store data using microscopic pits and land in bracket flat areas that are in the middle layer of the discs. Types of optical discs. We have the CD-ROM, that is compact disc read-only memory. This is the common type of disc used on microcomputers for storage of text, graphics, and sound, meaning that it can store text, it can store graphics, and it can store sound. They cannot be written upon or erased by the user, meaning that you cannot erase and you cannot add on any information. The information that is on is permanent. Music, books, magazines, movies, and games are some of applications that may be found on compact disc read-only memory. CD-ROMs come with data already encoded onto them. The data is permanent and can be read many times, but CD-ROMs cannot be modified, meaning that you cannot make any changes on CD-ROMs. Then we have the CD recordable. This is a specially manufactured compact disc format that allows you to write data on it, which data can then be read by a standard compact disc read-only memory disk drive as well as compact disc recordable drive. To record data on the compact disc recordable, compact disc writer drives are used, meaning that if you don't have the drivers, the writer drives, you cannot record data on the compact disc recordable. Then we also have the worm, write once, read many discs. This is a type of topical disc signed to be recorded onto just once and cannot be erased. It can instead be read many times, meaning that you can read many times but you record once. They are useful for storing data that needs to remain unchanged, so you record once. Then we have another type of optical disc as erasable optical discs stroke CD-rewritables. This is a rewritable disc similar in appearance and size of other compact discs, but enclosed in a casing which looks like that of a floppy disk. These disks allow users to erase data so that the disk can be used over and over again and again. This means that you, the user, you can erase the data and then you can add on the information. Data can therefore be recorded and erased, meaning that you can record. If you have recorded that data and you feel maybe you don't want it, you can even erase it. If you want to add on more data, you can add on. And if you feel you don't want that data on that CD, you can erase. These are optical discs that can be erased and loaded with new data. So meaning that you can modify, you can make changes with this erasable optical disk. Then let us see some of the advantages of optical disks. Optical disks are easy to store and are portable. If you see the size of the CD, you can keep it even in your pocket. You can keep it in your bag. So they are portable. You can move with it anywhere. They are not heavy. Have high storage capacity over 700 MB, meaning that the storage capacity, the amount of data that it can store, it is high, as they have given us the units. They are durable and can be stored for a longer period of time. And manufacturers guarantee that a properly cared for compact disc will last up to 50 years, meaning that if you keep it well, it can last for that period. Have high access speed and reduces access time. So you can access data within a short period of time. Have a circular metallic plate with data grooved onto the disk that extends the data life of the disks. They can store text, graphics, video, and sound, as well as games. Then let us look at the disadvantages of optical disks. Something which has an advantage, it also has a disadvantage. Let us see some of the disadvantages of these optical discs. Breakage or a simple scratch may render the hollow disk useless. If it breaks, it means it has no use. If there is a crack or a scratch somewhere on that disk, it means that it is not going to work. If you put it in the computer, it will not display. Some kinds of compact discs are read-only, so their contents may not be changed like the compact disc read-only memory. If the information is there, you cannot change it, so it doesn't give that flexibility. You just read. So that one can also be a disadvantage to some optical discs. The average access time of a computer disk is slower than that of a hard disk, meaning that if you want to access information, when I have a hard disk and the other is having a compact disk, for me who is having a hard disk, I may access data so quickly, and you who is having a compact disk may delay for a short time. So me, I may be faster than you. One problem with the compact disk rewritables is that they cannot be read by all compact disk read-only memory drives. Class, this is your assignment. How can we care for compact disks? Thank you so much for listening, and for more information, please visit the link below www.tricona.sc.ug/e-library. Thank you so much for listening. May God bless you. Let us meet in the next lesson.